Chris and Travis. I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Real Talk with Chris and Travis. So today, we're discussing, if you have kids, do your dreams wind up on the back burner, because of your children? And I say, yeah, they do. You know what I'm saying? Your dreams, in most terms, are always going to take a back seat to your children. They're a strain on your time and also a strain on your finances. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
I say no. You can. I say you can work on your dreams. Yes, kids can be a strain on your finances because kids are expensive. I say yes to that. But as far as your time, if you have help, I feel like your partner should step in and help you. You should be able to at least work on your dream at least 30 minutes to an hour every day, or if not, at least once a week. What you say?
That's a good, a good thing to put yourself on the schedule, because that way you can be consistent. Working on things consistently, that's how you learn. And I understand all of that, but I just feel like, for one, chasing your dreams is a big thing. And when you have children, you know what I'm saying? For one, like, children are bills with feet. They're expensive, and sometimes they're so expensive that you don't have the money to put into whatever your dream is. Point number two, depending on what you are doing, your kids can absolutely get in the way. And I don't mean that like I'm trying to take shots at everybody that have children. All I'm saying is, depending on what you're doing, the children can kind of, disrupt what's going on, because you may need it to be quiet and children are not quiet. Not every child is not the same. Our children are different. And I guess you kind of, base things off of that. Another point that I would bring up is, even if you have help, sometimes that help may not want to help. And they may not say those words. But, it's just like, I got stuff going on myself. And you want me to watch this kid, or this child. What about what I want to do?
But kids making noise. If that's the case, then you can do what you gotta do when they go to sleep.
But that's taxing on your body, though. Depending on your situation.
I'm not saying you have to work on this dream like all night. You can, like I said, 30 minutes to an hour. Just work on it, and then call it a night.
Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it's not that easy though. You get into what you're doing, and
Yeah, because you're excited about doing it because it's your dream,
right?
But if you have a partner that's I feel like it should be some understanding. I feel like they should, understand.
They should help.
They should understand. Hey, okay, she is really passionate about pursuing this. Let me
help any way I can.
Help any way I can. Yeah, that's my opinion. I feel like when people use kids because they have kids, I feel like it's like an excuse or a scapegoat. Because here's why. I was reading an article about this young lady. She's a single parent. Her and her daughter were homeless. She eventually ended up getting her own event spaces. Then after that, once that took off, she got into real estate, and now she's a millionaire. So if you can have be homeless with a daughter and become a millionaire, pull yourself out of the from the bottom to the top. I feel like there's no excuses.
So do you feel like maybe it has everything to do with your mindset? Like,
yes,
no matter what, I'm gonna still be able to.
It's all a mindset. I mean, it's like me being in a wheelchair. I can say because I'm in this wheelchair, my life is I can't do anything. I mean, I can't live a normal life. I might as well just collect a check from collect a check, let the government take care of me or whatever. I could say that, but I say no. I'm gonna go out here and work. I'm gonna go after my dream, and I'm gonna live a normal life like everybody else.
See, I think it's different because, okay, being disabled is like some stuff is within your control. See what I'm saying? When you chasing your dream, whatever your dream is, and you have kids, you always on the schedule, always, and you feel like, well, I'm gonna take 30 minutes for myself. I'm gonna take an hour for myself to go do what I want to do. And sometimes when you have kids, that's just not the case. It's just not.
Come on, man.
It's not. You think, okay, everybody's asleep. I'm gonna take this 30 minutes or whatever and go work on whatever it is I want to work on. For one, if what you're working on makes noise, and whether you are a single parent or not, but you have kids, the noise you make could wake up your kids. You done woke the house up chasing your dream. You see what I'm saying? Like, but if you didn't have kids, you wouldn't have that problem.
I feel like if you gotta do something that's making noise, you could do this while everyone's at home and awake. You say no?
Nope.
It's noise though. Everybody's awake, so you're not disturbing anybody. Yeah. But I mean, even if you gotta make noise, I mean, you have to be loud. I mean, you still could do that while everybody's up. Like if you're making a beat, I mean, you still can make that beat while everybody's up. Because everybody's moving around, so you shouldn't be disturbing anybody.
It just depends. Everything depends on your situation, man, and everybody's situation is different. I know some people personally who like they just if they want to do something, they talk to their spouse or whatever, and they go do what they gonna do. I don't know how long they do it, but they do what they want to do. A lot of stuff depends on your mindset, but it also depends on your partner as well as the kids themselves. Some kids will be quiet, regardless of their age, and some kids won't. I think you just have to know. You have to know the individual parts in your situation. You see what I'm saying? I'm not here trying to say you can't chase your dreams, but it's a whole lot harder when you have children. In my opinion. Which, to make my point, when you chase your dreams, you want it to be smooth.
Nothing in life is smooth, man.
But you control what you can control, though. Children are a choice, not a requirement.
You say children are a choice, not a requirement?
Yep.
But I mean, if a person, decided to do what they did to make those children, then I mean, that was your choice, right? So I mean,
right. So
don't try to use the kids as I feel like people shouldn't use a kid as an escape to try to, or a scapegoat. I mean, to try to say, oh, I can't go after what I want now because I have kids. I feel like when you have kids, that should
be your motivation.
That should be your motivation to go harder. I mean,
but sometimes you can't, depending on what your dream is. You can chase it, yes. I'm not here to say you can't. What I'm saying is it's easier to obtain depending on what you're doing when you don't have kids.
So, what dreams do you think you can't go after because you have kids?
I really feel like anything involving music. Well, let me back up. Not anything, because making beats, stuff like that, don't, you can do that because the noise level does not affect, you working on the beats. But as far as like being a songwriter, singer, rapper, anything like that.
So, what about the singers and rappers that have kids and now
You talking about the ones that's already established or the ones that's still
the ones
growing?
the one I mean they had to grow before they got established, right?
Some of them may have kids then though.
But that's a lot of them that do have that like had kids before they became this big star or whatever. But I mean they had kids, so I mean.
And for those people, I say it would depend on their child. Or if they had a spouse, it depends on their spouse. See what I'm saying? Hey, mommy, you're a single mother, but you can sing, and you're like, hey, mommy's finna go next, in the next room in the studio, watch TV for an hour. That child may sit down and watch TV for an hour, and the mom knows that. Versus having a child that mom says, hey, go watch TV for an hour. I'm going in the studio, and the child is bouncing off the walls. That mom is not going to be able to get done what she needs to get done. But if she didn't have any kids.
Yeah, but I mean my point is I'm just saying like they even though they had kids they still went after their music career and still made it. I mean they whatever they did to have their child, to have somebody take care of their child to get to their music career, to establish their music career. I mean, they did it. So I mean,
That's true.
so I mean,
That's true. It just it all depends on what you want to be. For instance, I see people like they're Instagram models, and these people, some of the ones I've seen, they have children. But to be an Instagram model, you just you take a picture, you can edit it on your phone, and you upload it to Instagram. Your child can be in the picture with you, and you can still put that picture up. Or you can take that picture, and your child is off to the side for a couple seconds. That's completely different than somebody who is, let's just say, trying to learn a skill. You're trying to learn a certain skill because your dream is to use that skill to make money. Well, in order for you to learn, that may take a lot of concentration. But children tend to weigh on your ability to concentrate. It just depends on that child. Like I said, some kids can be in the same room with you as long as they got something in front of their face. You don't hear a sound from them. And some kids, you can give them the world and it's not enough. They got to move. They got to make noise. So you figure, hey, I'm going to just wait till my child go to sleep. But at the same time, you still got to work too in the morning. You got to make time for you to get some rest. But at the same time, you got to take care of that child and you got to chase your dream. It just comes down to basically which one am I going to do the most? And that's going to be take care of that child because that child didn't decide it wanted to be here. That was your decision. So,
I mean, I feel like you got to pick your heart.
Yeah. That's an automatic. It's going to be the child.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I say you can pick both.
Sometimes you can't have your cake or eat it too.
I say both. I mean, I feel like if a single mother that was homeless can pick herself up and become a millionaire, I feel like anything is possible, man.
It just depends on what you're doing.
I mean,
that makes all the difference. I take my hat off to the mother you're talking about. That's amazing. It really is.
I feel like it don't matter what you chasing, you can do it. You can accomplish anything. I mean, it's like you say you want I want to eat a hot dog for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gonna get up in there. You hungry? You gonna get up in there and make that hot dog happen, right?
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe.
You know.
That's possible.
Well,
But you make things harder on yourself when you have children because you got extra responsibilities that's weighing on your time and your finances. Nothing happens overnight. Everything is a process. It all takes time. But when you got things that's going to distract you from whatever your mission is, it'll make you want to throw your dreams in the trash because you're looking at them and it's like, I'm not going to ever get to be where I really want to be.
I mean, having kids, yeah, it might prolong you from getting to your dream, you know, in the time frame you might have reached it if you didn't have kids. But I mean, I say it's still possible, you know. I don't say you should just give up or be like, I'm going to wait until my kids get a certain age and then work on my dream. Because, I mean, you're going to be like in your 50s, 60s and say, okay, I'm working on my dream now? No.
Hey, but there's people that done that, though.
I mean.
And they still reach their dreams. They just did it way later. There's some people who, let's say they wanted to be a chef, right? Their biggest dream was to own their own restaurant. But had kids back in high school. Now, they always knew they wanted to be a chef and have their own restaurant. They love to cook. But they never planned on having a child, if I can say that. Had a child, knew that going to culinary school was where they needed to be. But having a child kind of set their finances back. It set their timing back. And they had to wait until that child reached at least, I'd say what, maybe the age 9, 10? And then they went to culinary school. Now they still don't have their restaurant, but at least they did finish culinary school. Mm-hmm. They chasing their dream, but look at the 10-year pause on their dream because of one child. And I'm not here to try to say having kids is bad. No. I think that having children is some of the best motivation any parent can have, you know. But it's just the simple fact that because a child comes here and is not able to take care of itself, that's on you. And sometimes when you got to take care of another person, whether it's an adult or a child, the things you want to do, they get put to the side. Now, determining how long they get put to the side depends on what you're trying to accomplish and how bad you really want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I say it's all a mindset. You know, it's all your mindset. I mean, the person you were talking about, like, I mean, they still went after what they, you know, their culinary dream. But I mean, they may not own their own restaurant right now, but they still pursued it, even though there was a pause. You know, they didn't just say, because I have kids, you know, I'm not gonna even pursue culinary school. You know? They still went after it.
Yeah, that's why I say you can chase your dreams. It's just a simple fact, like, depending on what you're trying to do, having children can really derail your dream. It don't mean that your dream is gone. You know, you just might have to push it way back. And some dreams, like I say, depending on what you want to do, they have an expiration date on some of them. You know, some stuff you got to do while you're young, and some stuff you just, when you reach certain ages, that's just over with.
I mean, I say kids should be the motivating factor.
Oh yeah.
For you to go hard and try to pass something down to them, so you know they don't have to have the same struggles you had.
That's true too.
You know, so
you know, technology makes all kind of things possible. Let's just look at, for example, you know, this young lady who was a mother. I also believe she was a wife, and she decided to have her OnlyFans page. She had 2 kids, and her You know, I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't do it. But to each his own. You know, she did it and she was successful. You know, and she makes good money. Now, I don't know if I want to pass that down to my kids.
She might be doing this
Temporarily
to pretty much pursue what it is she truly wants to do. I mean, I think she was making like $150,000 a month.
Yeah. Man, that's a lot of money.
$150,000 a month.
What would you do with that? I'd buy a couple houses and flip them. Me.
Man. But I mean, yeah, she had an OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, she had an OnlyFans, and her kids got expelled because
Wait, they put the kids out of school because moms was bearing it all on OnlyFans. Man, that school wild, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
Kind of makes you wonder, like, what are the people that work at the school doing on OnlyFans, huh? Like,
maybe they was fans. Maybe they was fans. You know what I'm saying? You just never know.
But I mean, she could have been doing this to pursue something she truly wanted to do, and she was getting the money to make that happen.
And that's possible. Because you can flip money.
Yeah.
You make money from one business to put it in something else. And I believe in that principle. I do. You know, but things can be conflicted when you have children. It really does. To me, when you're a parent, and it also depends on the kind of work you do, but when you're a parent, you get your break during the school year. You know, depending on your job. When I worked retail, my days off would flip-flop. So because my kids were in school, if my day off was in the middle of the week on a Wednesday or Thursday, I'm good. Why? Because my kids are at school. I'm at home. Whatever my dreams are, I work on them on those days. You know? But, you know.
But I mean, with her, I feel like she was doing what, by any means necessary, literally, to, you know, I guess to try to pursue a better life for her and her kids, you know?
Maybe.
But I mean,
that money, she could definitely do something with the bread.
$150,000 a month. I mean, she was doing.
That's a bag, boy.
That's a big bag. She was doing pretty well, but I mean, y'all leave a comment and let us know how you know.
Man, how y'all feel about this topic? Like, you know, we understand kids could be a motivation, but I mean, come on, you either Team Chris or Team Travis. You know what I'm saying? Am I right that kids tend to get in the way of your dreams, or
am I wrong for saying that kids don't get in the way of your dreams?
Man, y'all let us know in the comments, and y'all stay tuned for another video.
Peace.
And we out.